Assalamualaikum everyone. So today I gonna solve 10 basic React question. So let's start. The first of all, there have a question. First, here's have a question. The current code uses JSX to assign a div element to the constant in JSX. Replace that div with an h1 element and add the text hello JSX inside it. So এই ডিভটাকে এখানে রিপ্লেস করতে বলছে। রিপ্লেস করে এখানে আমাদের h1 ট্যাগ নিতে হবে and then h1 ট্যাগ নেওয়ার পর এখানে hello JSX and then exclamatory sign off and then enter to solve. And then second question is define a new constant JSX that renders a div which contains the follow elements in order and h1 a p tag and unwanted list and that contains 3 li items. So if we take const the JSX variable and if we take a div and here if we take h1 element and then a p tag and then ul for unwanted list and 3 li tag li copy and paste it 2 times and then control enter it হয়েছে। Third question, the code editor has a JSX element similar what you created in the last challenges. Add a comment somewhere within the provide div elements without modifying the existing h1 or p elements. So here's to take some have a comment. If we provide this then enter, it's okay now. And our fourth question is ready. The code editor has a simple JSX component. Use React DOM.render method to render this component to the page. You can pass define JSX element directly in as the first argument. Use document.getElement by id to select the DOM node to render to them, and there is a div with the id challenge not available for me, and make sure you don't change the JSX content. Okay, so first of all we rewrite to React DOM. We use React DOM to render and we call the JSX and then document dot get element by id, and then id name is challenge node, and then control enter. Where is document dot get element? I think is default and render challenge node, render. We get you can pass JSX element document dot so here is for corrected react DOM, and then if we click yes, and then our fifth question is apply a class of my div to the div provided in the JSX. It means here class name equals my div, and then it's solved now. And our sixth question, fix the error in the code editor so that it is valid JSX and successfully transposes. Make sure you don't change any of the content. You only need to close tags where they are needed. Okay, so here and here's some solution needed. If we give closing tag, then it's solved. And then our next question is, the code editor has a function called myComponent. Complete the function so it returns a single div which contains some string of text. The text is considered here a note. The text considered a child of div elements, so you will not able to use a self-closing. Okay, and if we give a return and if we get a div, and this is my return component, so or return text, then it's solved now. And then our next question, here my component is defined to code editor using class syntax. Finishing the writing the render method, so it returns a div element that contains an h1 with the text hello react. Okay, এখানে একটা return variable নিয়ে আমরা এখানে h1 ট্যাগটা নিব, write the h1, and then here the text is hello react, and কি সমস্যা এখানে বলছে, ও এটা div দিয়ে wrap করে দিতে বলছে। এখানে div আমরা এই divটার মাঝখানে, and then it's solved now. Okay, and then now the question is, in the code editor there is a simple functional component called child component. It means this function, and the class components called parents components. This means this, and compose the two together by rendering the child component within the parent component. Make sure to close the child component with the child component tag with a /. Okay, and here is a note: child component is defined with an ES6 arrow function because this is very common practice when using React. Okay, if we use to / child component and closing tag, then it's solve. And the last question of this here is: there are two function components defined in the code editor calls type of fruits and fruits. It means this function and this function. Take the type of fruits components, compose it or nest it within the fruits component. Then take the fruits component and nest it within the type of fruits component. The result should be a child component nested within a parent component, which is nested within a parent component of its own. It means if we give the fruits function give the / and type of fruits component, and if we give here fruits component, then it's solved now. Okay.